So we're going to start, we're open guard today. We did closed guard last week. We're going to do a couple of weeks at least of open guard because there's more options and variations of open guard. So this week we're going to start with seated open guard. And kind of the way we're going to organize this is there's seated and there's supine. And then there's going to be facing, for seated, there's going to be a standing opponent and a kneeling opponent. So we'll do a kneeling opponent today, and that's going to be like your butterfly sweeps and that kind of setup. And then next week we'll do standing opponent, and that's going to be more wrestle ups. And then we'll go into supine, which is going to be like your De La Riva guards and those kind of plays. And then we'll see how far we get. But today is mostly we're going to focus on butterfly sweeps and heisting to like a front headlock kind of position. And then we'll see how far we get. So when we set up our butterfly guard, what I don't want to be is I don't want to be like sitting square on my hips, like with my hands in like this, engaging him. That's going to make it difficult for me to elevate, and it's going to make it so that he can kind of club me down and collapse my posture, and it's going to be more beneficial for him if I'm square. So you're going to pick a hip and you're going to bias that hip. The leg that is on the hip that you're sitting on is going to go under your leg, and I want it sticking out a little bit. And this is going to give us a mechanical advantage when we go to hit our sweeps. This is also going to help you post and kind of keep him off. If he's trying to drive into me and I'm really needing, this is going to let me create space. So attaching and getting a butterfly sweep can be a little tricky, right? If he's sitting back on his hips and we're hand fighting and I'm trying to bring him into me and he doesn't want to be brought into me, this gets tricky, right? So I need to get him to give me energy. So the first thing we're going to do is something we learned at a camp from Giancarlo, which is it's a really simple solution to that problem, but it works really well. So if he's back and I can't get his energy going forward, I'm just going to thumb post on his chest and I'm going to push him. He's got two options. He can push back into me, or he can just take my energy. If he doesn't push back, push him over and I take top position. It's simple. You do that a couple times, they're not going to accept that anymore. And then when you start pushing, he'll push back into you. When he pushes back into you, this thumb post slips to a collar tie, and I take that energy down and I cover and I take my front headlock. So we'll start with this one. This is simple. Have him push into you, have him not push into you. He pushes back, I'm just going to heist. I let that energy come forward. And I move my hips back and I cover with my shoulder and I take my front head. From here, you can attack front headlocks, or you can turn him to side control, whichever you prefer, but real simple. We start our butterfly guard, we get it attached, we start pushing, there's that energy, snap. Cover the head. You can go overhook, underhook, and just start climbing into your guillotines. You can go high risk guillotine, there's a bunch of options there, but just start with that, and then we'll go into getting him into you, attaching to a butterfly sweep, and actually the mechanics of sweeping. 1, 2.